Israeli and Palestinian supporters are rallying across the U.S. over the conflict in the Middle East.
That includes right here in Chicago. Palestinian Americans gathered this afternoon outside the Israeli consulate, and that's where we find WGN's Courtney Spinelli. Courtney?
Yeah, Jackie and Taman, a pro-Palestinian rally in March was held for several hours this afternoon out here, starting outside of the Israeli consulate and going around various streets downtown. Organizers of the rally estimate at one point there were about 2,500 people in attendance. The message of rally goers loud and clear as they march through the heart of downtown Chicago. Attendees telling us they want peace, but in order to achieve that, a solution needs to be found, not just military action. Sunday's rally comes after the Israeli government formally declared war, giving the green light for, quote, significant military steps to retaliate against Palestinian militant group Hamas. The Israeli government claiming an attack from the Gaza Strip was a surprise. Hundreds of people have reportedly been killed in Israel and Gaza as attacks have unfolded. Rally-goers Sunday waving flags and chanting messages to free Palestine as they marched the streets. Organizers say Chicago and the surrounding suburbs is home to the largest Palestinian diaspora population in the country, with thousands of people who have family in Gaza and the West Bank. Mohammed Sankari is a member of the Coalition for Justice in Palestine, which organized today's rally.
Gaza, which we can talk about just specifically, is the largest, it's the most densely populated place on earth. It's essentially an open-air prison. The air, water, and land is controlled by the state of Israel, and they are being bombed mercilessly right now by the Israelis. And so the question is, how long should the Palestinians be expected to just quietly die before they react?
President Joe Biden condemning terrorist attacks in Israel while saying he supports the government and people of Israel. Rally-goers tell WGN they disagree with this declaration.
We support human rights in the American system, right? And we are for human rights. How come there is no human right for the Palestinian? This is why all these people are demonstrating and protesting.
Now, police sources tell me there were no issues at today's rally. As you could see in the video, there were dozens of officers, both on foot and bicycle, that were here outside of the Israeli consulate and walking the route as the rally goers marched as well. Now, we have reached out to the Israeli consulate to see if they have any comment or statement they would like to add. We have not yet heard back at this time. Reporting live downtown, Courtney Spinelli, WGN News.